Hey YouTube. Man, I've been trying to record this video. It's probably the third time now, because I'm doing it on my phone, like my last video, and every time I get in, like, good, like, 5 minutes in, someone calls me, and it just, like, stops the video, stops recording it. It's like, bam, answer this call. Anyway, I put it in airplane mode. I don't know why I didn't do it before, but hi. I'm not here for an update. I'm here to let you guys in on my story of, you know, proceeding up to me deciding to grow my locks and, my reason behind doing so. So without further ado, take a seat, get some popcorn. Here it is. Starts back a while ago, maybe about like middle school, first year of middle school, so 8 years ago. I was 11 years old, grade 6, and it was the time when everyone was growing out their hair. They're having their afros, their braids, they're having like their twists and everything. I just felt like I want to do that too. For no apparent reason. I'm not gonna say it was spiritual or whatever. For no reason, everyone's doing it. I wanted to do it. Mind you, I'm 11 years old. Everybody wants to do the trend, right? So, didn't go over too well with my dad because he's in business now. He feels that he's on that preconceived notion that in order for anybody to take you seriously or to be successful, you gotta be clean shaven and short hair, all that whole 9 yards. So, needless to say, didn't happen in grade 6. Grade 7, I joined the Air Cadets, and I was in there for 6 years. So I was in a uniform for those 6 years as well. And of course, with the uniform comes a whole bunch of rules of how to present yourself while in that uniform. And dressing hairs, can't have long hair. You can't have your hair touching your collar. Sideburns had to be no lower than the earlobes, or like the middle ear, I think. I can't even remember now because I never had them anyway. And all that kind of stuff, right? So I was in there all through the rest of middle school, up to high school, and I was till grade 12. But in grade 11, I also joined the Army Reserves. So I was in another uniform I was in for 2 years because I left the year after. I left the reserves when I graduated high school. So it was 2 years in there. So 7 years total. I was in a uniform, and I was told, hey, forget long hair. It's not happening. After high school, I came to college. I came up here for college. So I'm about 8 hours north of Toronto. So I moved from home to come here. And I don't know if any of you guys know. Actually, probably wouldn't. I'm in college here, studying how to be a pilot. So, I had a couple schools to choose from, but this one seemed to be the best, even though, like, there's pros and cons to every school, of course, but this one, I didn't mind it. It just has a dress code, and the dress code states that, you gotta be shirt and tie every day, dress pants, shoes, and everything, and you can't have any hairstyle that would come off as radical or draw undue attention. Right? So at the time, where I am now, not trying to pull the race card in, but there's not many of us here, if you get what I'm saying. So what they see as, not radical or won't draw undue attention or, just normal, wouldn't be normal. I mean, would be seen as normal where I'm from, like, in Toronto. So I already was at a disadvantage because I'm coming to a new place. Not many of us, they don't see Locs very often or ever. Like, you see the people I work with now, they're like, holy crap, how do you do that? Were you born with those? I was like, really? So I just had to talk to the program coordinator, let him know my story. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm planning on doing, but I can let you know that I'll keep him neat. I won't come to school looking like a bum or whatever. So that was just a mini speed bump I had to cross. It wasn't that difficult. She was really understanding, but that was that. But how my high school worked, we pretty much went to school September to June, had like prom in June, and then you finish school, but the graduation ceremony wasn't until October. Sorry, thinking. So when I came up here, when I moved up here in August, I cut my hair, just to start the new school year fresh and everything, and I wasn't planning on cutting it after that, because I was planning on growing it out, locking it up, and call it a day, right? But with this ceremony in October, I remember I was on FaceTime with my dad. He's like, "So, it's your graduation this weekend. You coming down? Planning on cutting that?" And I was like, "Not really, no." And he's like, "Well, we're gonna take some pictures, and we need you to look presentable." I'm like, "Well, what's wrong with how I look now, right?" Like, I kept my hair neat. It was all lined up and everything, but long hair in him, so I really didn't plan on cutting it, but I don't know, he just made me feel like I needed to, and I regret it so much. So the day I got back home, that's when I cut it. It's October 28th, 2011. That was my last haircut. So I don't want to, that's my story, my background story, but the reason why I'm growing them is not because my dad said not to, and I'm just trying to spite him, or I'm trying to follow the trend or wear it for fashion or whatever. I'm not doing that. I'm doing it because I've started a new chapter of my life. I'm starting college. Moved out of home. I'm kind of just it's a new thing for me, and I just wanted something that I could physically see grow as I grow. And like, I'm 6 months in now, and the thing about Locs is that how it looked at months 1, 2, and 3, completely different from 4, 5, and 6. And when you get on to 79, it'll never look like 1, 2, and 3 ever again, right? So it's something that's always changing without you having to change it yourself. It kind of does it on its own. Like, something as simple as like my hair texture. Like, I realize that's changing, right? In the beginning, it was like after I had it twisted up and everything, I was like, why does it feel so like hard and like crunchy and stuff, right? Now it's getting softer, right? It's just something that's ever changing, and I'm just glad to be on the journey. I'm here for the ride, right? So that's all. That's my story, my reasoning, and that is everything. So yeah, that's what I'm looking like now, just to put it in there. But I'm gonna be in Toronto this weekend. If any of my subscribers are gonna be there for Caravana, I know a lot of people travel for that. If I don't know if anybody is, but if you are, let me know. We can probably meet up. But other than that, that is everything. I'm thinking about not doing an update for next month. I'm doing one at the end of this month, and just doing it at the end of September. Just see like, bam, growth, right? But I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated. If I decide not to until September, but I try out the style like I said I would, I'll definitely have the pictures on Instagram or Facebook, so you can still see them then. You're not missing out on that much. But I'll let you guys know, alright? Alright, peace.